Late winter is a great time to take stock of our wardrobes. As I look through my closet, it's very clear that I need to pare down and either pack away or give away things I'm not currently wearing. I also need to think about what I need to add to my closet to fit my current lifestyle. It's just a little different than it was a few years ago. Right, Bobbin? Right? Hello and welcome. I'm Kim and this is my channel, Dorothy's Daughter. If you love sewing clothes that fit well, feel great, and reflect your personal style, you have found your sewing home. All right, currently, one of my favorite looks is to wear a somewhat dressy top with jeans. So I was really excited when I was given the opportunity to test the Muse Blouse from Love Notions. What follows is my full review and a few sewing tips, as well as a few ways to style this pattern to make it uniquely you. Now, as far as the details of this blouse, it is meant for woven fabrics. There are 3 body styles: straight, balloon hem, and skirted. The bodice has darts. There are 3 sleeve options. There's short sleeves, balloon sleeves, and lantern sleeves. 2 neckline finishes. You can have a straight collar like this, or you can have a ruffle. And you have a full bust option. So as far as the details in this pattern goes, I give it 5 bobbins. All right, now as far as sizing goes, sizing is very inclusive. It's extra small to 5X. So one of the things I love the most about Love Notions is the method of testing. So there is a tester for every size and just about every body type. So they test on many different kinds of people and make sure it looks good on everyone. So I can assure you this pattern looks great on everyone I've seen it on from all the different testers, and it seems very true to size. Now, a little caveat, I started out testing the extra large, but then I had to remeasure myself because I'm losing weight. And about halfway through, I switched to the large because of my measurements. So if you are in between, I would size down. As usual with Love Notions, I give it 5 bobbins. Now on to wearability and our styling options with this top. I love the styling options this pattern gives me. I'm able to dress up my favorite jeans, as well as adding a blazer and a dress pant or skirt for whenever that situation requires. This neckline draws the eye upward. Every one of the options, either the ruffle or this V-neck, it draws people to look upward and connect with your face rather than everything around you. So I think it's a really great thing to wear to just expose your personality. You can pair it with a favorite bold necklace or great earrings to polish off your look. My rule of thumb, though, is to only do bold with 1 piece of jewelry at a time. If I wear a bold necklace, I'm going to choose more subdued earrings. If I wear large dangly earrings, which is usually my thing, I would definitely pair that best with a dainty or even no necklace. Here I've paired this top with my favorite new crescendo jeans that I just finished the other day. It's a great transition piece from winter into spring, and when it suddenly becomes difficult to dress for unpredictable weather. In Michigan, we can have one day in the 60s and the next day in the 20s in spring. So you just never know what it's going to be like. So since this can be made with breathable fabrics and lightweight fabrics, you can wear this top all year, straight into summer. If you would like more styling help, I'm planning on redoing a series I did a while ago on looking your best. From silhouettes that work for your body type to jewelry and colors to wear. It'll be all about building a smart stash. So, there's a lot of emphasis on building a capsule wardrobe. Well, what I want to do is build a really smart stash so that you can go to your stash then and pick anything out that would be complementary to you to sew. So subscribe and make sure your notifications are on if you want to be notified of future videos, because that series is coming soon. So for wearability, I'm going to go ahead and give this top 5 bobbins. So as far as the construction of this top, it's a great pattern for advanced beginner sewists. Skills you can learn while sewing this pattern include gathering, a stand-up collar, a placket at the neckline. It's also great to learn how to sew fabrics like rayon challis or silky polyester, those slippery, hard to, fabrics that kind of stretch out of shape and all these things. And I have some great tips. If you look up a video I did a while back on the Presto tunic, you'll see some tips on how to sew delicate fabrics. But this is a great pattern to practice that with. And stay tuned to the end of this video because I'm going to give you some tips on how to create perfect ruffles with your serger. So for construction, I'm going to give this 4 bobbins because you do need a few skills leading into this pattern. As far as materials, you're going to need your fabric, which we're going to talk about in just a little bit. You need thread, interfacing, and I used SF101, which is my favorite interfacing. Also, you're going to need bias binding. You can either purchase it or make it from your fabric, which is what I did. One other thing I will mention is the drawstring on the balloon hem. So one of the things that you can do, of course, is make it out of the fabric, which is easy to do. But you can also use these hoodie ties. I had gotten this box of different colors last year when I made sweatshirts for my grandkids, and you can use these, and I'll put a link to these on Amazon. That's what I did. I used a gray one to complement this fabric, so you can, and it's a real polished look then. And it's easy, you don't have to make the big long tube. You can just use these. So as far as the materials, I'm going to give it 5 bobbins because all of that stuff is very readily available. Now, as far as fabric goes, any woven lightweight fabric will work, including rayon challis, which is what this is, woven silky or flowy polyesters. I used a sheer crepe for the ruffled one. I used lightweight linen in another one and chambray in another one. So I'm going to build a list of fabrics that would be good for you to use on my Amazon storefront. So go ahead and you can check out this QR code and it will have the list of fabrics that I have created for you. So for fabric choices, I give this pattern 5 bobbins. Now for similar patterns. As far as Love Notions goes, Presto has a similar neckline and Tempo has a similar silhouette. So they do have a few patterns that are similar. But outside of Love Notions, Sinclair has the Cassie pattern, which has a similar ruffled silhouette with the placket neckline. So that's kind of similar. And also Seamwork has the Kit pattern, which has puff sleeves and a placket neckline like this. So there are some patterns out there that are similar. I feel like that this one has a lot more options than either of those do. So in summary, Muse is a great pattern for the upcoming transitional weather into spring. It can be dressy with dress pants or a skirt, or pair well with your blazer or also just jeans. And overall, I'm going to give this pattern 4.8 bobbins. That's a total and average of what I just said. So 4.8 bobbins, which is nearly perfect. And so it's a great pattern you should check out. You can check the link down in the description. Also, I have a coupon code down in the description of this video. You can check my Facebook page for what the current one is. I always have it posted on my Facebook page. If you're watching in February in 2026, then it would be DD Shop 10, and that'll be listed in the description below. You can get 10% off Love Notions with that code. And also you can click the affiliate link if you so desire. It doesn't cost any more to you and it does benefit my channel. Now let's talk about Serger ruffles. They may seem limited. The first time you do it, you think that's great, I've got a ruffle, but it's not the right size. How do I make it the right size? Well, that's what I want to talk to you about. If you start off with tighter gathers than you need, so if you need like really hardly any at all, then you're going to want just a little tighter, and then you can push them out. You'll be able to pull the gathers out to your desired fullness if you start off with them a little bit fuller than what you need. You have to use a really long thread tail in the beginning and also at the end. So as far as serger adjustments go, they don't need any special foot. I have a special foot, but I never use it. The stitch length you're going to put at 3 to 4. The differential feed you're going to put around 2. Now it may differ machine to machine, so you can kind of play with these settings, and it also fabric makes it different as well. And the left needle tension is what you're going to adjust for tighter or looser gathers. So you want higher for tighter gathers and lower for looser gathers, such as what you need for set-in sleeves. You'll get to know your serger and different fabrics, and pretty soon it's just a very quick way to do your ruffles. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this video and that it has inspired you. If you find this review helpful, please consider pressing that like button, sharing, and even subscribing to the channel. Until next time, happy sewing, and keep your loved ones close while you can. All right, have a great day.